Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's another episode of Janie Becomes a Counselor. So this week's a big week because I'm gonna have actually 4 episodes coming out this week. I'm gonna have this episode coming out, and then I'm gonna have my 3 episodes coming out for my mini series for me rating my spring 2019 courses. So those are gonna come out at the end of the week. I'm gonna try to post this at the beginning of the week so that there's a little bit of time in between. So it's a big week in terms of videos, but I'm really excited to be putting out that content for you guys. If you follow me on Instagram, I have been a little bit less active on Instagram lately just because I've been feeling like super busy, and then on the weekends I want to like take time off from social media, and so it's just I'm trying to get it together to where I can be more active on there. I just need to plan a little bit more things out, space out my time, but I promise more content is going to be coming onto my Instagram as well. Okay, so for this week's video, I decided that I wanted to do it as my best study tips because I'm studying for my licensure exam that I'm going to be taking at either at the end of April or the beginning of May. They haven't really released the dates of when we can take it yet. Essentially, they are going to email us. They said the first 2 weeks of April, and I get to choose your date. I'm choosing to take my licensure exam at home, so hopefully I'll be able to just choose whatever date I have. That way I can make sure that my studying aligns with that date. Right now, I am like a week behind in my studying because I, planned it out, and I'm a week behind, but I think it'll still be fine because I'm going to be able to choose my date at the end of the day. So basically, my best study tips is really to find out what works best for you and just keep doing more of it. Like, it's really that simple. Whatever works for you, you just have to keep doing it and keep pushing yourself. So like for me, I have to reward myself when I'm studying or I won't do it. I'll be like, okay, if I read this much, then I'm gonna treat myself to like this like lunch, or if I do this, I'm gonna buy myself breakfast tomorrow type of thing. Or sometimes I'll have like right now I have Girl Scout cookies, so I'll be like, okay, if I finish reading these 5 pages, I can go get the Girl Scout cookies. So I just, use a reward system, which I know sounds very childish, but that's what works best for me, is rewarding myself. Or I'll also, if I'm doing a part, I'll either, when I'm done doing that part, I'll be like, okay, so now that I studied for like 30 minutes, then I'll watch TV for 30 minutes. And I've been watching Criminal Minds during my studying. That's what's been getting me through. I started it when I was studying for my exit exam, and continuing it for my licensure exam. It has worked for me it's like the best series that has been helping me study thus far. And so yeah, I'll do like 30 minutes of studying, and then I'll do 30 minutes of watching a show, and then I'll just keep going back and forth. Usually for me, when I do end up studying, it usually has to be like an all-day thing. I don't like to study in little bits, which is really bad because I need to do it in little bits, so I'm not doing as much at one time. But if I can convince myself during the week to do like little bits here and there, it is nice because then I'll like read 5 to 10 pages usually is what I try to range it from, and then I'll be like, okay, well, now I'm done studying, I can actually enjoy the rest of my night. So it just really depends. But yeah, that's pretty much what works for me. Breaking it down into parts, like right now I've been using 2 different books for my studying. So I've been using this book, which is basically, this has a lot of reading content in it. And then I've also been using another book that has like sample questions in it. It's called the Encyclopedia of Counseling. It's like the book that people swear by. And by using these 2 books for my CPC exit exam, I passed with a pretty good score. So I'm hoping, because the CPC and the NCE, which is the licensure exam that I'm taking, they're very similar. So I'm hoping by keeping my regimen of going back and forth between 2 books, it will be good and I'll get a good grade. I could score to pass because I want to pass it the first time, because if I don't, then I cannot get my LPCA license in Texas. So we have to pass this on the first round. So that's kind of, and then by using both the books, it's been good, because then, you know, since I'm splitting it up into parts usually, so like this first chapter that I was reading, it was 30 pages long. So either I would split it up into 3 parts of 10 pages of reading 10 pages each, or I would split it up even further and do 6 parts of 5 pages each, just to kind of get it like in smaller chunks, because sometimes the 10 pages can be a lot and I get over it very quickly. So the smaller the chunks are, the easier it is for me to do more parts. So with that, if I did like the 6 parts of 5 pages each, after I was done reading those 5 pages, then I would switch to the other book, the Encyclopedia of Counseling, and do like 15 to 20 questions in that one, and then switch back. And it kind of works out that way because it feels like the Encyclopedia of Counseling one, it just feels a little bit easier and it feels less pressure on my brain. It's just really testing the knowledge that I have. So that one's a little bit easier for me to go through. So I like doing the switch off between the two. And then usually when I'm doing the Encyclopedia of Counseling questions, I'm usually watching Criminal Minds at the same time, which helps ease my mind at the same time too. And then I also just started incorporating this to my study regimen. It's binaural beats. I've been doing that when I'm reading because I cannot study in silence. It's really hard for me to study in silence. I get distracted way too easily. So if I have sounds and like watching TV and things like that around, it's a lot easier for me to focus. But I can't watch TV and read at the same time. It just distracts me a little bit too much. So now I'm incorporating these binaural beat sounds. You can Google it, find it on YouTube. But I found one that is like, it's like a 2-hour long one that you can just repeat, obviously. And it's one that's supposed to help with studying. Basically with binaural beats, it's supposed to like attract like wave sounds in your brain. I'm not really sure what the correct term is for it, but it's supposed to help enhance your ability to like focus and things like that. So I've been using that to try to incorporate so that I have some sounds and it's not complete silence when I'm studying, because like I said, I really can't study in silence. It's really hard for me. It drives me insane, and I'll just end up doing way too many other things. So I've been incorporating that into my study regimen this time around, so hopefully that works out for me. Like I said earlier, I am a week behind in what I originally planned out for like my study schedule. But since I am able to choose my date of like the date I take my licensure exam, I'm hoping that I can just take it a week later than I wanted to, so that I can still do my original plan. I also suggest doing a planner because that really helps you stay on track. When I was studying for the CPCE, I did like a daily like goal I wanted to reach, but that stressed me out so much and made me so anxious because I was like not hitting it. So now I just have like my weekly aspirations of like what I want to achieve in that week, but I'm also not pressuring myself because I also still have 2 months left of school. I'm trying to get all my documents ready for me to move to Texas. I still have all these clients to take care of, so like I'm just trying to be more kind to myself this round, because I do have a lot going on, and so sometimes I will fall behind, and it's okay if I fall behind. And so I'm just trying to keep it at like weekly aspirations of what I want to try to accomplish. If I don't, then I'm just gonna add it on to the next week, and that's okay, because like I said, I'm just busy, so I have to be kinder to myself and not stress myself out. And then plus, since I've already reviewed this material, this is all just a refresh for me anyway. And it's still fresh on my mind because I literally just took my exit exam like 2 months ago, so it's still fresh. So that's why I'm also not stressing it too much, because I literally just studied all of this for that exit exam, so everything is just going to be a refresh for me. But that is basically my best study tips, is to plan it out, reward yourself if that's what works for you, doing rewards and things like that. Find out what works best for you and just keep doing more of it. The binaural beats, I really do think they do help, and they do help me focus, just because I've tried to listen to other music before and then I'll get distracted by the music because I like it too much. So this one's just sounds, and it's nice if you need some white noise for a thing. And then also just be kind to yourself when you're studying, because it's not, what you're learning is probably not easy. It's not always going to come naturally to you. And so you just have to be kind to yourself, motivate yourself, push yourself to do what you can. And that's pretty much it. Those are my best tips for studying, and hopefully that helps some of you guys. You should comment below what you do to help you study, and maybe I'll try them out, or other people can see different ways other people study, which is really nice. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram as well, as always, and then be on the lookout for my 3 mini series videos that are going to be coming out towards the end of the week. Bye guys.